All right, folks, we are live. The day has finally come. Thought I may have to wait for old Pure Play to come about to be able to do this, but you saw the video I just posted. We now have the ability to skip balls off the water on GSPro. So, what's up, Toast? Tech is good. Appreciate it. I don't know necessarily the best way to do this. I only hit a couple shots in that video I just posted. You can either go check that out. I mean, I'm going to be hitting a bunch of shots here or check it out later. But basically now you can skip balls off the water. I don't know if there's like a uniform way to do it. Like you kind of have to be right up against the water. So I was kind of hoping that there would be maybe like a tee box that could be uniform. So like people could kind of be on the same playing field, so to speak, with trying to do this. I don't know. We're going to hit a bunch of shots. I got the tri-flies out instead of the Torexes, so we beat up these instead of the other ones. I got a 4-iron. We're going to see what we can do. Try to, I mean, likelihood of skipping the ball off the water and getting a hole-in-one is pretty low, but we're going to see how close we can get because I was having a lot of fun just doing it for a couple shots before. So we'll see what we can do. We may change clubs. We may move forward, move back. Maybe change the greens to like soft. I don't know if that'll help or not, but if you guys haven't seen, this is what we're working with now. I originally thought that, well, I think it's probably a combination. In the video, I was mentioning probably a combination of VLA and ball speed, but now that I think about it, it may be closer to peak height. I don't know if what factors into the algorithm to actually get it to skip. Some of them do, some of them don't, but it may be a combination of all three between VLA, ball speed, and then peak height, it seems like. But let's see. Choke down 4-iron if we can get some that are close. Well, that one didn't even skip. It's going to help if we actually hit the water. I did that the first time too on the video. Looks like we have a backstop. I cleared the water on the first one too. Georgia Golf Club is funny, I know. They have naming issues. Everyone knows what it is, but you guys see that? I mean, I topped that, but that was a 5 VLA with a 0.8 peak height, and that had a decent amount of skips. I did get one over for the video, but we're gonna see if there's a specific. Oh, we cleared it. All right. Shot number 3, we got it over. We're going to see if there's a specific maybe carrier ball speed we want to target here. So that one, 12 VLA with a 15 peak height. That one went straight in. There's probably a cutoff there from where it can actually skip and not. But sometimes you get the skip. Sometimes you get one skip and then it goes in. Sometimes you get like 5 skips. That was 2 skips. Go, 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 go! So that was a 13 VLA with 20 peak height. No good for skipping. I will say it does seem pretty realistic. Ooh, 9 VLA, maybe 10's the cutoff. A little bit hot on that. McGolf and TV raid, appreciate you. I'm using a different chat, so I can't see it. Appreciate you though, Phil and Lex. Sometimes it pops up. Did he actually do it or just tell people to come over? I've got like a kind of a combined thing going over here. I don't know if it'll show up over here or not. Usually there's a little banner thing that pops up, unless I missed it. So that was 10 on the dot, and it still skipped.
And Hoosier 71 gifted Floating Heart X 10 joules. Floating Heart.
Thanks, Hoosier. Appreciate the jewels, buddy. He sent me here automatically. We rated. Appreciate you, boys. Welcome to this update came out 4 days ago. And you can see, yeah, Georgia Golf Club, everyone knows what it is. There's like a Fight Club type of rule where you don't, the rule number 1 is you don't talk about it. Everyone knows what it is, but for naming issues, they call it Georgia Golf Club. Number 16, though, the water skip challenge. And this update just came out to be able to actually skip the ball off the water. It used to be no matter what you did, it would just plop into the water. But now, apparently, between a combination of low VLA, come on, hit it, oh, low VLA, low peak height, and some ball speed, you can actually get the ball to skip, which is kind of cool. I don't know if 4-iron's the play. I'm hitting a 4-iron from 144 just to keep it low. .4 VLA, skipped once and then plunked in. So that was also 10.4, 18 peak height.
And Ryan is Golf 07 gifted Clapping Seal X 250 joules. Clapping Seal.
Thanks, Ryan. What's up, buddy? Clapping Seal, appreciate the jewels. Anyone out there, if you don't know what these jewel things are, it's basically YouTube's way to compete with TikTok, and everyone gets 1,000 free ones. So if you wanna disrupt the stream and send some funny ones, there's some happy poop ones, which some of the boys like to send. Each jewel is worth a penny. I don't know if that's gonna skip. Nope. Kind of temperamental.
And Ryan is Golf 07 gifted Stay Hydrated X 550 joules. Stay hydrated.
You're trying to stay hydrated, buddy. How do I get my free jewels? You got to be on your phone, Steffo. I don't think you can do it on the computer, but if you're on your phone, I know Hoosier. Funny how all these changes are coming. So I mentioned it. I don't want to put anything out there, but I mean, it seems pretty coincidental. I said in the video, whether you call it inspiration, copying, whatever, there was definitely another software, aka Pure Play, that came out and showcased this. So, I mean, for the user, it's good because now we have skipping and all these other updates, but I don't know. Everyone can draw their own conclusion. I have my opinions on it. I don't know. Steffo, you got to be on your phone, though, I believe. If you're on your phone, there's a little gift button down below, and you should have 1,000 in there. Man, this is tough. I think the greens, I may have to set the greens to soft. I mean, I don't know how you skip it and get it to stop unless I move further back. This is pretty fun, though, I will say. It could change the pin location, too. Let's go soft greens. See if that makes any difference. If nothing else, Hoosier. If nothing else, I was looking forward to be able to do this on Pure Play. If nothing else, in the meantime, we can now do it here on GSPro until Pure Play comes out. There was a couple I call them quality of life changes in that recent update, the beta update, which I just did a video on. I went through a couple of them, but this was, I think, probably the biggest one. The other one was the smooth shot transition. So instead of like the screen going black in between shots, it the camera kind of pans over. I don't remember if that was another thing that was coincidentally added in or not. But it does kind of make a nice smooth transition in between shots, which is nice. Competition results in better products for the end user. Sucks it took them this long. Stop being complacent and add some stuff in. I know that seems to be kind of where people are landing. I agree.
And Ryan is Golf07 gifted Sunshine X 200 joules. Sunshine.
Sunshine. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for the jewels. Thanks for the sunshine. Does anyone have any recommendations? I don't know if that's going to skip. Anyone have any recommendations of how to better go about this? I don't know if 4-iron's the play. I don't know if I need to move back, get a different angle into this. That was a pretty big skip. I'm like, that was definitely a thin skull. It seems like you almost have to do that. Unless I move up closer and hit like a 7. Took all my jewels, all your family jewels. I appreciate it. Free ones just showed up today. Really? Hey, you looked before and they weren't there? I thought everyone got them at first, I thought.
And Hoosier 71 gifted Blowfish X 450 joules. Blowfish.
Blowfish, baby. Blowfish. Low cut 6-iron would be your choice? We'll try it. We'll probably figure out here. It's got to be a combination between VLA ball speed and peak height, which is on the top left. There's got to be a cutoff to where it just plops into the water and doesn't skip. But we'll try a 6. Yeah, see, and now it's just going to clear it. It's tough keeping them that low. Maybe if I move back a little in terms of the ball placement. I haven't had the pleasure of testing out Pure Play's water skipping ability, but I'd be curious between like trying to get like the same number between the two softwares and seeing kind of what the difference is between the physics and what you can do.
And Micah Golf gifted Island X 700 joules. Island.
Island, baby. Steppo with the jewels. You guys are going jewel crazy. Jewel crazy.
And Stefo6 gifted Loot Box X 1000 joules. Loot Box.
Appreciate you, boys. Appreciate you spending your jewels on this moron. I wish I'm all the way up there. Seems like that's quieter than it used to be. And I don't know why. I'm all the way up on both. All the way up on my projector volume and the projector volume and the computer volume. Lazy and I'll forget about him. I appreciate you. Island life. Island boy. I don't know about this 6-iron, Ryan. Has anyone played beta over the past handful of days and confirmed that the tree colliders actually are better? And I heard someone say it was like the bounces were a bit different in terms of the physics. Try putting the ball back of your stance and hit a de-lofted 7. Okay, that was a 6. I started with a 4. Not bad. I mean, it's going to be near impossible to get it even remotely close to the hole. That's too high.
And Hoosier 71 gifted 67x67 joules. 6-7.
6-7 you too, Hoosier. 6-7. Appreciate it, boys. Be nice if they refilled those jewels every month, but I think it's a one-time thing. Have I had any skip? Yeah, I've had them skip. I'll skip this one. I'll just purposely skull it. That's why I think the loft, I don't know there's got to be some kind of calculation. I was getting them to skip with the 4. There's got to be some kind of calculation between, like I keep saying, ball speed, VLA, and peak height. That'll skip. I think I've had 2 that have skipped over. The problem is with the 4, it's easier to skip it across, but then you're trying to stop a 4-iron from 144 yards. That'll skip. One more. Skip. I think the 7, even back in the stance of trying to de-loft, I think the 7's too much loft. It's getting up in the air too much. That was low. That one should definitely skip. What? 18 peak height. We're going back to the 4-iron. Been on stable. I'm ready to go back to beta. Got a bunch of no reads and wasn't with beta. Huh. Over the past couple weeks, I've been over on stable, but apparently they fixed. The main thing was the tree colliders. People were having issues with trees. This could, though, honestly, that one should skip. There we go. I think 4-iron's the play. It's just impossible to stop unless I go further back. I think now, honestly, like, if you can, it would have to be a really bad shot, but the fact that it possibly could skip off the water and maybe not give you a penalty stroke, you may save a penalty stroke every couple rounds on beta now that you can do this. That's kind of like a scoring, could be a possible scoring discrepancy between if every single time it goes near the water, it just plunks in the water on stable. And beta, at least you have the chance if you hit a bad one for it to skip. Could be a beneficial switch. Anyone have any idea what their 7-iron ball speed normally is? I got fit, had an outlier on some P770s, P790s that got me intrigued. Otherwise, I'm fitting to the right clubs. I have a combo set. I could hit a couple 7s. I have a combo set, Stefo, of 770s and 790s. I don't know if that helps you at all, but I go from approach wedge in the 770, which is 51 degrees, up to 7-iron in the P770s, and then 4, 5, and 6-iron are the P790s. I never got the lofts checked, but in theory, they all came together with the same shafts. So I don't have any massive gaps in my bag, but in theory, when you do a combo set, they're supposed to bend. The 4-iron's probably the same, and probably the 9-iron's probably the traditional loft, but the 7 and 8 and the 5 and 6. 5 and 6 are probably bent a little bit weaker, and the 7 and 8 are probably bent a little bit stronger. Just curious, never pay attention to my ball speed aside from woods. Connor up next has a question. What's your question? Fire away, Connor. That's just going to miss the water. I haven't really warmed up, but I can hit a couple 7s just for reference. When I hit the 7 good, depends on the ball you're playing too. So I have these tri-flies out. I can grab a couple Tor X's because that's what I usually use. You'll get variances in ball speeds too based on what ball you're using. So it depends what you were using in the store, I guess. But I can hit a couple 7-irons. Usually my carry, I'm usually looking for about 170,
At Golf gifted Girl
175.
Power X 300 joules. Girl Power.
Girl power, Miko. Girl power to you too. Occasionally, when I nuke a 7, I'm up into the 180s. Those usually don't happen, but we'll see what we get. Then you can take a look at the ball speed. Oh, that was thin. That was 118, but that was super thin. Also toey. That's not great. That was 117. This is the 770 though. Stefo. 15, just switched to blades. Been golfing for like 3 months. Hit my pitching wedge 145. Then each iron is 10 yards more. That's pretty good. I mean, if you're using a bladed pitching wedge, 145's that's a pretty good pitching wedge. I hit mine about 125, 130 carry. I'm assuming 145 is carry. Still catching them thin. That was 119, 170. Still haven't caught one. That was hit better. So that was 124. That one actually hit like I wanted to. 177. I don't know. On good strikes, call it 120, 125. With the 7-iron piece, 777 iron. Normally find my gamers about 155 to 170-ish. So I imagine about the same as you. Rope 2, 195 plus 125, 130 ball speed. Yeah, I mean the 790s. I don't know if you'll be able to tell a difference, but this is the difference of my 777 iron and the 790. You're probably not gonna be able to tell. Let me see. I don't know. Can you even see this? This is my P777, P796 iron. The 90 is obviously bigger face, stronger lofted. They both have the speed pockets. They shouldn't be drastically different, but like I mentioned, my 7-iron may be bent a little bit. Probably like 130 carry. That's pretty good. Yeah, back to the water skipping. Now that I'm seeing a couple, that one was probably a little unrealistic. That was a little bit too trampoliny. I'm not sure that you get that big of a skip. Fitter almost had me buying them right there. Couldn't repeat it. Felt lighter than Tacomo's. Weighed them and they were a 5-gram difference. I mean, I don't know. I'm not super familiar with the other clubs. I pretty much use TaylorMade for most of the time. Could be the difference, like, I don't know how hollow body your Tacomos are. The 7, you probably caught, possibly 2. You probably utilized maybe just a touch low on the face, and you got that speed pocket. When you do catch one, really good with the 770 or the 790, you can feel it kind of explode off the face, which is, I like that feeling with TaylorMade. You may have caught one like that, where you actually utilize the speed pocket on the bottom. But you shouldn't have a ton. Usually the difference is with the 770s and 790s, because they're forged, you shouldn't have as many hot spot flyers like you do with cast iron clubs. Because usually the forged, they bang it out of a solid piece of metal, and the cast iron, they're pouring hot metal, and you get bubbles across the face, which create hot spots. So it shouldn't have been a hot spot issue, but I don't know. Maybe you just flushed a couple. This is pretty cool. Anyone, either tonight or if you're in your sim, you could fire it up. I'd recommend at least trying a couple. It is kind of fun skipping them off the water. Got to be on beta though. You can't do it on stable. Skip. Losing my voice.
Thanks for the sub.
Thanks for the sub. Oh. I play 790s. Find the green with shots that have no business being very good. Very forgiving on poor strikes. I would agree with that. That's why I think it's a perfect combination. I'm not that good, so I like the 4, 5, and 6 iron or P790s. To me, it seemed like a pretty big jump when I went to the 770s, but I don't think I could play anything more chunky. I wouldn't want. I don't think the 790s in like 8, 9 pitching wedge, the scoring clubs. I like the smaller head of the 770s, and the speed pocket. I don't know if you have a speed pocket on your 8 iron with 790s, but the speed pocket on the 770s stop at 7. So 8 through approach wedge, there's no speed pocket. Still, I think it's hollow body, so you're still getting some forgiveness in there. They look like blades, even though they're not. But I would definitely, if I had to pick between the two, I think the combo set is really good. Longer irons are notoriously tougher to hit, but if I had to pick between a full set of one or the other, I would definitely go full set of 770 versus full set of 790. But there's still plenty of forgiveness with the 770s. Man, we keep hitting the side. Keep hitting the side of that and getting rejected. Yeah, combo's sweet if you can do it. Unfortunately, they usually skip a year in between, so you have to buy 2 different years. What I did is I bought these together. They were like new on eBay. These 790s are the 2019 version, and the 770s are the 2020 version. They all have the same shafts, though, same grips. So whoever built them and owned them before me put them together with the combo set in mind. But no, I think the only way you can do it, I don't know if they're changing. Now they're going to a 2-year cycle with drivers. I don't know if they'll change some of their irons, but I think, at least in the past, you have to buy 2 different year 770 and 790. Or just, I guess, buy 2 different sets and then either play different shafts or try to get the same shafts. And like I mentioned before, I never, ooh, this could be good. I never actually brought them in to get the lofts checked, but usually when you go combo set, blending 2 different irons, they usually bend 2 or 3 of each of the clubs to be able to smooth out the gapping in between. That was probably the best one yet. 16 peak height, 9.9 VLA. Go. Almost shanked it. Seems like most of these, it skips once and then stops. You're really going to put some sauce on it to be able to get it to skip multiple times. What the skip? What's up, C-Drum? You like that? Oh, look at this. New beta update, Mr. C. Diddy. New beta update. I did a video if you want to see the other things, but the main cliff notes were the ball physics here to skip off the water. They added a smooth shot transition, so once the ball stops rolling, instead of the screen going black and then showing your next shot view, the camera kind of pans around to wherever your ball is, which is kind of nice. Didn't read the notes. There weren't that many. And oddly enough, this came out on the 16th. Obviously, today's the 20th, so 4 days ago. And when I loaded this up to come do the video before, it's already on whatever the update was. It was something .4.c. This one's already 4.d. So I don't know if they changed anything, but we're already on to the next one. But there was no release notes for this one. What's the play here, C-Drum? What's the play? I'm using a 4-iron with soft greens. I see this, and all I can think about how to make some stupid shot skipping under something. That would be cool. I didn't even think of that. This kind of opens the door for someone like C-Drum, who, if people aren't familiar, very best fantasy par 3 GOAT designer on all of GSPro. You guys have probably played some of his courses, but Hillbilly Hills, Battleship par 3. I mean, there's tons of them. Concrete Jungle, Whoville, Moonwalk, Chaos Cove. Debatable? I don't think so. Not, I wouldn't say the best GSPro designer, but fantasy par 3, definitely. That's just going to miss the water. Do we try moving the pin? If someone's able to do this, this is like, they say hole-in-ones are 1 in 10,000. This is got to be like 1 in 100,000 to be able to skip it off the water and get it even anywhere close. Maybe? Nope. It's all about that low VLA. Low VLA. C-Drum, you can have some fun with this. You put like a couple big walls about 10 feet up in the air, and you have to go below it with water in between, a little pond. So it forces you, either you hit the wall or you have to go under and hit a low VLA punch shot and get across it. I probably wouldn't put this much water in between, but you can do something fun with it. You've made it 3 times, BS. Shot isn't that awful on GSPro? Ace at Sawgrass is harder with the front pin. You've made this 3 times what? Just the regular? You're saying regular hole-in-one? Because unless you got the beta 4 days ago, you weren't skipping it. Seems like most of these we're either getting 1 or 2 skips. Made Pebble Beach like 6 times. Too much VLA or peak height or flight time. There's got to be some kind of combination. My back's going to be fried after all these punch shots. Just a shot that runs behind the pin and rolls back in. I forget the ones I've done. Tugged it. Should skip, though. All right, let's start experimenting a little. Let's move closer to the water. So, in theory...
At FriendBoy911 tipped $5 through Super Chat. Brave of you to commit to swinging until you get a hole-in-one. Romeo accomplished this feat in less than 20 minutes. You got this.
Thanks, friend boy. I'd like to see Romeo try. I'd like to see him try. Appreciate the super chat, though, friend boy. You gotta get out there, get out in the golfus and try this. It is pretty fun skipping them. Okay. Now we can bounce it once and get it to go. But now the issue is stopping a 88-mile-an-hour ball speed 4-iron. Hit driver off the deck for the vid. No thanks, Tristan. I like my driver. I'll hit a hybrid or a 3-wood if you want. But I like my driver. We'll try both of them just for you. We'll go hybrid first. I got the TaylorMade QI4D. I'm not trying to break that thing. This might be the play anyways. Definitely coming out way lower. Oh! Let me like Friendboy super chat. Appreciate you, Friendboy. Those are a little wonky on the physics there. That one looked like it it put the brakes on and then slowly went into the water. Deal off the hard skip or hard 6, 1 skip. We can try. You think? Am I in a good spot? I have the green set to soft. I could change the pin placement. Maybe back right would probably give me a better chance. But this one has a backstop. Oh, I clicked off it. This one has a hill, so it has a chance if it just stays on the green. You got this big backstop back here where it'll funnel back towards where the pin is. We'll try a 6, though. That's what Ryan said before. I could go right up against it. I don't know. I don't know if it would be better if I'm in the rough. It would take spin off. I don't know if that would skip better. This is a 6. That's the problem, though. Sometimes it gets... I mean, I'm really trying to play it back and hit it down. Either too much VLA or too much peak height, and it doesn't skip. I don't know if that would skip in real life or not, but... Maybe? Nope. My swing's going to be so jacked up next time I play. I think that's just going to clear the water. Tougher than it looks. Bad suggestion. I'll take anything to get something close. It seemed like that 3 hybrid may be the play. Plus, I can swing a lot easier. Could probably almost hit like a putt, hard putt type of feel with a 3-wood and get it to skip. That was the hybrid. Are the course settings set in stone? Better chance with soft greens, 13 stimp to get that rollback? No. I mean, that's what I was saying that at the beginning, friend boy. It would be cool if they set up. I think Pure Play's planning on doing that. Whether GSPro does it first or not, who knows? Probably. But it would be cool if they set up, if they found like the highest probability to do it, and then everyone could be on the level playing field, you know what I mean? Between like the exact distance. I'm just on course practice moving the ball around, but I am on soft greens. I can turn the stimp up. Friday pins. Soft greens, normal fairways. I'll probably change these to soft too, right? Soft fairway, 13 stimp. Probably some wind. Maybe some wind in my face would help too. I think whoever makes it first sets the settings, I guess. If I happen to get this close, then I guess these are the settings people got to do. I mean, you can definitely get it to skip. The problem is, from this close, I keep saying it, get this close, having it actually stop once it gets over. Yeah, like a hole-in-one challenge, soft. Maybe coming soon for the ace race, but this would take forever. I'm sure, though, give it a couple days, give it a week, someone will do it, and then someone will find the optimized conditions, whether it's like maybe further over here to the left and skip it that way, possibly. This is more just mess around, have fun, and just have this thing bounce off the shank tank. Mess around, have fun, and showcase for people that haven't seen it. Looks like the ball gains speed when it gets over the water. Grab another gear. I know. It does kind of, some of them kind of like trampoline. And like that one, it like puts the brakes on and then kind of sinks into the water. Some of them seem like the physics are good. Some of them maybe not as realistic. But I would think, hopefully, they're going to improve it and really dial it in. I mean, we haven't even got remotely close. Is that the play? Further right, and hopefully it somehow stops, comes off. So that one seemed pretty realistic. Skipped a couple times and then jumped into the water. You can water skip on GSPro now. Yes, you can. SZT Golf. The update came out 4 days ago, but it didn't seem like anyone was really paying attention to it. So this was I have a to-do list of videos. This one made its way to the top because this is pretty cool, but I've got a couple other things. But I've known about this for a little bit. I was saying before, though, in theory, you could probably save yourself. It wouldn't be like a stroke a round, but you could probably save yourself a stroke every couple rounds if you hit a really bad one, if you're using beta, because you have the possibility of skipping it off the water versus stable no matter what. It goes into the water. If you hit a really bad one near water and you're on beta, you could probably save yourself a little bit. So a little bit of a scoring discrepancy if people switch back over to beta. I don't know. Well, I don't hit it in the water, so I would have never noticed if it wasn't for this channel. Yeah, Friend Boy's just down the middle every time. I mean, I don't know how you get... Oh, puts the brakes on the last second. How come it lands so soft when you hit it onto the green directly at 100 mile an hour, but when you skip it off the water, it just shoots off the back? What do you guys think? Do you think it looks, what's up, FFK? You guys think it looks relatively realistic or no? Could use the left edge of the bunker, slow the ball, and the bunker lip to throw it at the hole. And try to go left side of it. That's just right at it. It's either too much loft with iron so it doesn't skip, or this is, it's easy to skip this, but then it's impossible to stop. Get in the bunker, get in the bunker, get in the bunker! FFK HRG looking hot and he's a fire extinguisher. Get me one. May have to fire up chicken head just to cool down a little bit. Let's see what the other pins are. This is Friday pin. I feel like something back right, it could at least ricochet off it. Where's Thursday? Ooh, Thursday. Maybe. Maybe Thursday? I don't know if it would make a difference either if I'm in the rough, if I put the ball in the rough versus off the tee. That was bad. Need to find a downslope to hit off of. You think? Should I put it in the rough? It's like one of those little fire guys from Donkey Kong. You just jump over. Are you running a new update? If so, how's everything working? I'm running, this is beta, yeah. This is beta, Bob. I haven't played a full round, so I don't know about the other stuff in terms of the colliders and like the physics, but I did a video right before this. The video is up on my YouTube channel where the main updates were, I think probably the biggest one was this, the fact that you can skip it off the water, but they added, I added all the release notes, but the other thing they did was a smooth shot transition. So for example, when I hit this, as soon as the ball stops moving, it turns black. Like as soon as the ball stops, it turns black. Ooh, that might be the play. See how it turns, kind of fades black and then resets? You can turn the option on in beta here. For whatever reason, it should have loaded up directly with it working, but it didn't. But I had to toggle it off and then turn it back on. It's under visual camera and right here at the top, disable smooth shot transition. That was off and it didn't work. I had to toggle it on, save and exit, and then come back in and toggle it off, save and exit. And when you're playing an actual round, the camera, instead of fading to black like that, the camera kind of pans around. And some of the other stuff, apparently they fixed some of the physics, the colliders on trees, but I haven't tested. I probably need to play with beta for about a week to see if it's anything noticeable. Move to the front of the tee box on the downslope. Need to skip sooner, right at the edge of the water. I'm also hitting a hybrid. I don't know. We were trying some different clubs. Right now we're on soft. Okay. What is that? 7.9 down. We're on soft fairways and soft greens. Oh, this is only semi. The downslope may let me hit an iron and one skip it. Now it's like I need a little bit more loft. Awesome, check out your video. Sounds good. Yeah, I went through like the cliff notes with that, but it is pretty cool. I would recommend at least trying this. It's pretty fun. Oh, sea drum! That was probably the closest one yet, but it's impossible to stop. It's funny how with these soft greens, if I fly it over the water and lands either in like the semi or the green, it lands super soft. But when you skip it off the water, it doesn't land soft as soon as it hits the soft green or soft fairway. Maybe we try the 6-iron again. Get a little bit more loft on it. See how soft that lands? I just missed the water. And that actually stops on the green. But if it skips, for whatever reason, it like accelerates it, and then it has no spin when it finally stops. Let's try the 6 again. Kind of a stupid live stream, to be honest, but it is fun. Oh, that's just scold. Apologies, whoever I play with, for the next round after this. Everything's just going to be low and thin. Ooh. Okay. That one landed the softest so far. I feel like that'd probably be the only way to get it. You'd have to have it like do that and then funnel back. Doctor, I'm pretty sure I saw a 7-year-old make this shot. 7-year-old's better at golf than I am. Wonder if spin is factored into the deflection off the water. Don't know, Mr. Friendboy. Don't know. I mean, that was 2,400. I'm kind of just mindlessly hitting. You guys may have a better judge. See, I don't know. Like that one, I have a feeling it's peak height and VLA. But maybe. Peak height, VLA, and ball speed. It's just going to have to slam dunk. We may get one to ricochet off the pin, but that'll probably be about it. Come on, baby. No! We got the pin. We hit the pin. We're gaining on it. That thing was tracking. It's just going to have to slam dunk and somehow stay. That was nuts. Did we do a replay on that? I thought I had a chance.
And Hoosier 71 gifted Clapping Seal X250 joules.
Oh,
Clapping
man.
Seal.
Thanks, Hoosier. That's funny. Backspin should be factored in too. I'm a free agent consultant. Anybody needs consulting about software? Never get that close again. I bet we hit it again, but that was pretty cool. Hit the replay a couple more times. That was a pretty aggressive, I mean, it was coming in hot, but that was a pretty aggressive bounce off the pin. It was slowing down, and then like it accelerated off the pin. That was dead center, though. So that was a one skip into the upslope. Dead center. Should we do the touchdown? This one we'll see it, I think, coming in at us. Oh, touchdown's in the water, and then it follows it. Man. Target side. All right, let's try to hit it. Change to 6 stimp. Damn COVID pins. That's funny. That's funny, Kurt. Ryan said. All right, we can change it. We're currently Frembo, I guess that was the other pin location. We're on soft Thursday pins, if anyone wants to try it. Soft green, soft fairways, and we're at 13 because we thought we were going to get it to roll back. But we'll try 6 now. You got to hit another 100 shots to probably be able to do that, but let's see. Yeah, maybe you're onto something, Ryan. That did slow it down a lot. That may have a chance. We got to get it online, though. Freaking Ryan's all over it. I'm hitting the 6-iron, too. He requested that at the beginning. Ryan, you work for GSPro? That's not it. Terrorize that friend like Frankie P. Robot Frank. Do you guys want to see? Skip. You want to see the other pin options, or we think this is the one? GS. Someone hit the soundboard. We get disconnected. TikTok sucks, man. Hopefully we get connected again. I don't know if you guys can still hear me or not. Freaking TikTok got disconnected too. OBS said the stream dropped. You guys still hear me or no? Good? Okay. My luck. I'll get a hole in one and the stream will go down. Seems like a pretty fine line between the ones that skip and the ones that don't. Unless there's a factor of randomness built into it, I don't know. Good here, all good. Except your golf game, be slacking. Hole in one game, be slacking. Oh, come on. About to tear up my screen and tear up my poor Big Moss doing this. The ones that start online don't seem to skip. That looked like it was a decent line. Come on. Oh! That does put the brakes on quick, though, at 6 stimp. That may have a chancey chance. Too far right. Tell you what, C-Drum, I may not be able to beat you in golf. I may not be able to beat you in sim golf. I may not be able to beat you in course design. I may not be able to beat you in simulator install design. But I'll put my punch 6 iron over water up against yours any day. I got this 77-yard punch 6 iron dialed. Catch me outside or inside. How about that? See, Drum would have made it twice already. Now it felt good if it skips. Nope. Doubt it. Fire up the sim seed drum. Fire it up. See, here's the problem though. I'm already doing all the heavy lifting, trying all this experimentation. Seed drum's gonna fire it up right away and do these settings. I'm already like 300 shots in, trying to figure out how to optimize this nonsense. Do we go back to the hybrid? Wouldn't beat me in a jumping contest or a height contest for that matter. FFK. Seedrum's built like a gnome. Scared of FFK beating me on his home turf. He'll outdrive you. I don't know about beat, but he'll outdrive you. Never hear the end of it. I'm sure Seedrum will just go out and shoot a smooth 2 under. Let's try the hybrid again with the 6 stimp. Ooh, that's a good call, Ryan. Did chicken head open just get even harder? Ball's just going to skip right out of the kiddie pool? That's funny. Time for an update? I don't think you need to do anything. Chaos Cove and Chicken Head, as long as people play it on beta, I think you're good. Chicken Head meets Chaos Cove. Well, he was saying before, Ryan, I don't know if you're in here.
Thanks for the sub.
Open up the doors for possibilities for old Seedrum here to be able to do. He could probably do a full 18-hole course with skipping challenges. Like, all he'd have to do is put a big block wall 5 feet up in the air. Obviously, the water wouldn't be as long, but Seedrum he could probably spin one up by a couple days. I know he's busy, not a couple days, but you get the point. He could spin one up and have an 18-hole course where you have to skip every single shot now with this update, which is pretty cool. And if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Sir C. Diddy. Getting some good skippage on that with the hybrid. Oh! I've said it a couple times, so apologies if you've been here, but in theory, if you're playing now and you happen to hit a really bad one, in theory, it won't be every single shot, but if you hit a really bad one while you're playing, like, call it like a tour round or something, and you're on beta, you do have the possibility for it to skip off the water and save yourself a shot. So if you're looking to maybe save a shot every couple rounds, in theory, you could help yourself out by playing beta now instead of stable. Because no matter what, you're going to, what a bounce, no matter what, you're going to put it in the water on stable versus at least here, you have the possibility to skip it. Maybe open up the hybrid a little bit, get a little fillet action. That was bad. Little Bobby Sling Blade. Bobby Sling Blade skippage. My 2 cents, hit the water sooner. Try to get a higher bounce. Joe Legowski, better watch out. I was saying it before. I was anticipating having to wait until Pure Play to come out to be able to do this, but for better or for worse, it's here on GSPro. I'll try to really drive it down, Flying Fat Kid. See if we can get one big skip. It doesn't seem like it goes anywhere. Are you still saying fly it? If I only get one bounce, I gotta fly it probably 3/4 of the way there. Who skipped rocks when they were a kid? There's got to be some kind of science here. Maiko, hold the club head and hit it with the shaft. No skippage on that, Mike. Wrong. I don't know how. You think it matters if the club I select, like if I put it as driver and it's teed up? You think that matters? Because isn't that how they do that? Don't they tee it up? Don't they usually tee it up and then hit an iron down into it? Be kind of cool if this made a difference. It's gonna. Oh no, it's stayed on driver. I don't know if this is gonna matter. Maybe a little bit on that. Good try. Gotta hit a fade. How come the fade, Ryan? Because it stays in the air with a little more spin, or what? Is there any science behind there? Or are you just saying that because I can't hit a fade? Any draw won't skip. Draw spin. I read that in Mike's white ball with a blank draw on it voice. Hot draws only. How does that still draw? I'm 3 degrees. I tried to open the face. 3 degrees out to in with an open face. Huh. I mean, that was close to the edge. You think the physics are that sophisticated enough to where it has a better possibility to skip if it's a fade? Now I'm just catching him toey. Bottom of my screen is going to look like a war zone. More backspin. Fade wants to spin up. Draw wants to spin down. That had a 21 spin access to the right. Jeez. I don't know if hybrid's the play. That had fade spin on it. A pure fade would play well here. Aren't you playing the Open tonight? This can't be good. No, I don't think so. Danko mentioned that, but I think he's playing. I think he's doing the tournament tonight, if I'm not mistaken. He didn't say anything. Low cut 6-iron. We'll go back to the 6. The 6 is a little more taxing, to be honest, and I'm sweating profusely. How long have I been doing this stupid hour and 15 minutes? And I'm dropping frames. Why am I dropping frames? Is it lagging? I tried everything else besides putter. Too long. It's Wednesday. You need rest. I'll be all right. Denko's got to rest. As long as he doesn't have any 5A and T times, we'll be all right. How many freaking shots have I taken? It's going to count those, what did we hit the replay button about 5 times? Was that 100 and... Can't even read it. 170? I've been here for 4 minutes and no water skip. Report to HR. Try a normal in the air 9 or 8. Just reminding myself that I can hit it. That's not a bad call. Let me get a skip for Sosa. You saying a skip over the water, Sosa, or just a skip? That one skipped once. Six iron's climbing up. He's cooked. Everybody gets some act right. All right, let's try to hit. We'll hit a normal. This would be a 9 iron. I'm using different balls, but it's fine. Using the tri-fly, so I'm not just beating up the Tour X's. Bit thin, but that was hit better. Well, good news is we can still kind of swing. 5 iron, maybe? We haven't tried a 5 yet. There we go, Sosa. Little skippage. That was 97. That didn't seem bad. Oh, boy. Report canceled. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh. So that was 99. I think it needs to be One more, one more. It needs to be like 90, but then it needs to skip twice. 99 comes in too hot. $120. That's not even gonna hit the water. Don't see why not. What are you using now? Tacoma not HR approved. TaylorMade around here. Did I miss something? Toyota Tacomas. 14 club set of Strata clubs. If that was directed at me, friend boy, I'm using a 5-iron right now. Ugh. I wouldn't even feel good if that went in. If the pin was like middle left and it went in like the back door. Usually we're all for the back door around here, but not on this. We want front door action only. Maybe? Maybe? It's got to be right of it because that green slopes to the left. Chunked it. You got moused. Hosel tells Sosa to get some Tacomos. Done enough in HR to cover them. You send me some Tacomos. I'll use them, do a video on them, and then I'll send them to Sosa. Maltby's the play. Get some Maltby's. If I were to buy clubs again, I'd probably buy the Maltby's. We getting close yet? Maltby. Maltby's are nice. Judd Bud has all the good stuff. Maltby, Max Fly, Pure Play. Pro T. Golfsmiths. This one has a chance. This one has a chance. Too far left.
Thanks for the sub.
Next for the sub, whoever that was. Ugh. I thought that was like the fact that Maltby makes the clubs. I thought that was like a blacksmith joke. B squared. I have the Maltby T4 through Gap Wedge. Love them. Man, you fit right in. B squared. I saw you pop into the Discord. A bunch of guys have the Maltbys. I'm not as familiar with their lineup. I know Danko has them. Ryan has them. FFK has them. Hoosier, you have them? Judd. Who else? Rich. You got to get yourself some Max Flies. B squared. Max Fly Tour X. And I saw that you were a square user. These are the ones that I've been using. These are the Max Fly Tour X, and they're the Shamrock pattern. So it's basically like a Pix ball. Hopefully you can kind of see that, but it covers the entire ball with the Shamrocks, and it picks it up on the square. Definitely my preferred ball. I've been saying, even if those Max Flies were the same price as the TP5 or TP5X, which those are like a third of the price, I'd still pick the performance of the Max Flies. And it's just the added benefit that they're way cheaper. Maybe? Come on, the stupid slope. I gotta start that way further right. So this is too young, missed out on the multi-colt. Hate the grammar police. We did hit the pin once. Anyone tuning in, we did hit the pin. Definitely did not get a hole in one, but it did hit the pin. That like 95 to 99 range seems good enough to get a one hop skip. Closer-ish. Using the TP5s right now. I use those for about, I think I bought 1 or 2 dozen. I still have some. I bought like 1 or 2 dozen of the 5s, and then I went to the X just for a little bit more ball speed, and I figured they were firmer, so I would crack less. But I probably cracked 3 or 4 dozen of the 5 and the 5Xs. However, that was before I started using. Highly recommend. I don't know if you crack those or not. You probably have, but highly recommend. I don't know if it's a correlation or not. I think it is. I've been using the same. I've switched out the balls just to do this, so I'm not beating up the Tour X's, but I've used those same 2 dozen Tour X's for about 4, 5, 6 months. And if you have 2 dozen on the ground, it gives them time to cool down in between shots. And I haven't cracked a ball. I was using these tri-flies before. I haven't cracked a ball in probably a year and a half. Like in the Vice Pro Plus. Hoosier, I'm just pissed you passed me in Twisted World Golf ranking. Hoosier's out for blood. We gotta get Hoosier back in TNT, HRG Club. He keeps saying he's coming back, but he doesn't come back. I know the summertime's tough, though. I've heard some good things about the tour, the Vices, though, Kurt. Ball speed isn't ball speed cracking speeds. I hear you, but I think it's more so whether you have crazy high ball speed or not. It's just the screen heats up the ball. So when you hit the ball, it's spinning into the screen. The fact that it's spinning into the screen stopping is what heats them up. And I think that more so than ball speed, that's what cracks them because they heat up and then they end up cracking. But I guess if you're saying that, you haven't cracked many. Getting gear, man. Too hot. Stay in Iceland or whatever. It's hot in here too. I am drenched. Not as hot as where Friendboy's at, probably, but it is hot in here. What are we at? 88? 88 degrees in the garage. I have a fan going here, but it's not really doing anything. M2 cracked the other day. I've been crying ever since. Probably a little bit out of warranty for the M2. You may be able to find one, Friendboy. I know those are older and they're fewer and far between. You may be able to find one though, in like halfway decent condition for like $100. 87 degrees, lower humidity day, like 60%. What is it in here? 42% humidity, if my little $2 thermometer is accurate. 88 and 42% humidity. This one has a chance. Turn, 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 turn. We're getting kind of dialed at this 100-yard 5-iron, but trying to get it online is the issue. And get it to stop. Found an M1 head, 8.5 degree for $100 on eBay. Used the MLM2 Pro, cracked lots of balls. Here, I was feeling like a hero, didn't know it was the heat. Yeah. I mean, I don't know for sure, but that's what I've been told, Kurt. And those, I almost got an MLM2 Pro, but those MLM2 Pro balls aren't cheap either. I know. And unfortunately, those are the only ones you can use. That's the nice thing about the Square. Even like these, I'm using these cheaper balls just so I keep saying I don't beat up the Tor X's, but these are the MaxFly Tri-Flies with a skull pattern on them. And as long as it has basically a Pix type of pattern on the ball, the Square can lock onto it and read the backspin and the side spin without club stickers. Soon, Hoosier. How long you been sim golfing? B Squared stumbled his way into the Discord. Anyone out there? Discord. The Discord is the place to be. There's links. I have links on a bunch of the channels. I can post it though. Highly recommend the Discord. We got a bunch of awesome people, including Friendboy Hoosier, all these jackwagons. There's the Discord. Anyone wants to join. It's basically a big group chat, and that's where we all play online. It's a lot of fun. Struggling to make contact now. The hell was that? I think that was a misread. I'm probably never going to get this, but I am kind of stubborn. So I may try this every once in a while until we get it. Oh, my camera went down? How many guys didn't tell me my camera went down? Bought a clamp stencil with the Rapsodo dot pattern. Rapsodo balls don't last long and they're expensive. That's nice. So do you have a an impact screen or no? I'm assuming if you put Sharpie dots on them, you're hitting into a net. Because I have tried that. I tried it with the square, which also works. It works with the square. The only problem is if you're using, I tried vinyl dots and I tried Sharpie. If you're using those into an impact screen, you get black streaks all over your screen. Had to run to the potty when I missed nothing. Still haven't got closer than that one time we hit the pin. Too far left. Something about being streaky. Yeah, black skin marks on the screen. Where's Romeo? Usually this is about the time he comes on. I think he may be doing the US Open with Take It Low tonight. His freaking bunker's in a bad spot. Move the ball, maybe? Maybe let's move it over a little bit to the left, give us a little more room. Try, like, over here. Closer-ish. Thought he was heading on vacation. No, I think it's been Thursday to Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, where he goes to the Keys. That's why he can't. I think he goes Thursday after work, and he doesn't play in TNT, but then he comes back, like, middle of the day on Sunday. I don't know if that's every week, though. It's crazy how you land it into that bank, how soft it is. Then you skip it one time off the water, and it just explodes. This one maybe. Oh, come on. Run to the post office right quick. We may or may not be here when you get back, friend boy. Have a safe trip to the post office. I feel like we, at this point, have thoroughly showcased the water skipping ability. And we're not really getting any closer. This one may... No, bunker. Try some hybrids. Easier to hit those hybrids than it is irons. And once again, I was saying it before, I was gonna come out initially and try to do some twisted stuff. I was debating and doing after this, but didn't get to see it. Can you start over again? Considering we haven't hit it, Mr. J Glove, we're starting right now. Like to see you try this, though. We got some skip action, but it's tough. I'm on soft greens, soft fairways, 6 stimp. It's tough. It's easy to skip it, but it's tough to skip it and then get it to stop while also being remotely online. Doubled up 2 king-size sheets. Wash the sheets with bleach. I like the bounce back compared to sheets, compared to an impact screen. I know Toast, I don't know if Toast is still in here. Toast has been using, he's been using a sheet for years and he likes it. Definitely cheaper than an impact screen. I got this one on Amazon. It's been holding up really well. I actually just rotated it yesterday. I'll probably flip it over and start using the backside. Losing my voice. We hit the pin though one time, J Glove. Hit it. Oh! I mean, there's no chance that goes in, but... You think this one will go in? My breakdown sheet. Probably spent more on sheets than the impact screen. That's funny. Hopefully you have a king-size bed. Maybe you can use them after. Is it just me? Is the stream laggy? It may be, Romeo. I don't know why. It's probably because it's so dang hot in here. I've had a ton of dropped frames, which I usually don't have. It says I'm at 62,000 drop frames, and it keeps dropping back and forth. I wonder if either the computer or the router is struggling. It's probably me. I don't know. I don't know what else to do, to be honest with you. Usually, that's very rare. It almost never happens. I just turned a couple things off. That may help a bit. Honestly, it's probably the temperature, which I should probably... Yeah, because I know the feeling. I think it's probably the temperature. It's hot, really hot in here. I should probably call it quits pretty soon before I permanently fry anything. It's almost 90 degrees in here with all this stuff running. You can skip the ball now in GSPro, though. Romeo. Let me turn this off, too. No one watches on TikTok anyways. Better not. Yeah, I just turned some stuff off. I've already been through one freaking satellite router. Hopefully this one doesn't crap the bed too. Otherwise, I'm in a world of hurt in terms of streaming. All right, let's go back to the 6-iron. Try to get one close again. We hit the pin, Romeo, about, at this point, that was probably an hour ago. We haven't come anywhere close to it since. Hopefully it smooths it out after I finish it. Maybe kind of jumpy, though, if it cuts out sections of it. Skips look better than Pure Play. Well, you can thank Pure Play for getting skips onto GSPro, because if they didn't do it, then GSPro probably would have never done it either. This one has a chance. Turn. 6 stimp. That was 86. That was the closest one yet. Besides the one I hit the pin. 94. The green funnels. It goes from right to left, so I need to start it out to the right, and then once it hits and starts rolling, it works its way to the left. That'll probably be in the freaking bunker if it even skips. I don't know what to expect though. I'm not displeased with how the physics are reacting. Most of them seem pretty realistic. I did a video before I started the live stream earlier, and I literally did the first shot kind of quote unquote together. Like I didn't hit anything before I started, so I wasn't sure if it was going to look like absolutely terrible or if it wouldn't even skip. But I would say overall, it's relatively realistic. It's a combination, though, I keep saying it, combination of ball speed, VLA, and peak height. If it's too low of ball speed or too high of VLA or peak height, it just does that and it doesn't skip. Like that. Or possibly like flight time. I think it needs to skip sooner. This one has a chance. This one has a chance. Too far left. Scoop further down the hill. I can. I'm on course practice if you want to try it. Number 16, Georgia Golf Club. You do the little ball here and you can... I was over to the right before, but then that bunker was coming into play, so I moved further left. I could go really far over here. There's probably a spot that's better than others for this. Getting too far up in the air. Hi, I'm new. What software is this and how much does it cost? Get out of here, crushing it. Get out of here. We're not answering questions. Nice to meet you, new. This is called Pure Play, up and coming software. Should we try moving? What's over here?
Thanks
It's
for the sub.
1.3 down. We started up here. Right here was like 9. 1.9 down. 4.8 down. Since April, insulate and drywall my garage in March. Everything runs shortly after. Let's go. Too much loft on this 6. Too much lofty loft. Had that happen about 10 times too. It catches the lip and then just stops. I saw our boy Jay on stream the other day. He was getting nostalgic. Who's Jay? Jay, the guy that would do all the what in the wide world, Jay? I haven't seen him in a while. Those were funny. What in the wide world of garbage garage sim golf is going on here? The fan bases around the world are giving 2 thumbs up. This shot's like nearly impossible. Getting tired at this point, but this is tough. Still recommend trying it, but good luck trying to make it. Internets are on fire for this water skipping. 2 thumbs up. Maybe Jay was crushing it all along. Kind of unfortunate if this, I guess I should have turned stuff off earlier. It's going to be kind of unfortunate if 30% of this stream is unwatchable. Great group of jackwagons. It is a good group of jackwagons. First time seeing your videos. keep an eye out for your how to stream pretty much every day, Kurt. Pretty much every day. This one's kind of, I know, I was just excited to try this. This one was kind of like a nonsensical type of stream, but usually it's playing online with people, playing tournament round type of stuff, leagues, clubs. I don't do a ton of the SGT tours anymore. We have weekly quote-unquote tournament we do called Thursday Night Thunder, which is fun, usually 3 to 4 man scrambles, and we all go so you can go the lowest. And then we have HRG Club, which is for channel members. But I did the draw earlier today at 12 o'clock noon Eastern, random partner 2-man scramble every week. So combination of playing rounds, solo, individual, and that kind of stuff with playing with other people. We're going back to beta. Have you played a real round on this, Ian? I have not. You've probably seen Jay Friendboy. That was like during the wintertime. He would pop in and he would like say like these like AI generated messages. Yeah, TNT is in my Discord. So I think Ryan sent you the poll earlier. All you do is you vote. We have everything's Eastern, but 6 p.m. Eastern, 8:45, 10, and then 11. So if you're available on all of them, you can vote for all of them, or you select whatever time works the best. And every Thursday, we make the team so they're as fair as possible. And we all play in the voice channels in Discord. Same thing with HRG Club. Pretty much all the information and where you actually play is in Discord. If you haven't used as much, Discord is honestly pretty awesome. It has basically, come on, basically like a Zoom call, FaceTime feature, which is cool. Take it low, crazy how GSPro is copying pre-play features coming. It was definitely more than a coincidence, but we do have skipping on the water now, which is kind of fun. How often I'll do this, I don't know. But if you're playing, apologies, I keep saying it, but if you're playing, assuming they fix the colliders on the trees, this could possibly save you a stroke or two if you start playing beta now instead of stable. Because if you hit a really bad one, you do have the possibility, oh man, of it skipping off the water and possibly saving you versus having only stable. But yeah, everyone can draw their own conclusion. You can call it whatever you want. Inspiration, motivation, copying, competition. That said, whoa, the hell is this? First bounce error. That's the first time we've had that. That was nuts. For the average user, GSPro is finally rolling out a bunch of updates. Competition. I mean, I'm locked in. My renewal for GSPro is April. So I'm with GSPro until at least April. So they keep doing updates for everyone that has GSPro or both of them or stays with GSPro. Should keep getting better. So down to do TNT, get my OBS scene built so I can share in Discord. Glad I found you guys. Seems like a good group. It is a fun group. I'm just the jackwagon that started and put it together, but honestly, it's an awesome group of guys. B-Rush is back from Mexico. I love GSPro. I love my truck, and I love this bar, and I love whiskey, and I love Friend Girl. How was Mexico, B-Rush? You can finally make it out of that huge bunker? And you don't even need B squared. You can do OBS if you want, but usually when people play, unless you want to stream it, you're more than welcome to. But really, all you need, I have a video on my YouTube channel if you want to check it out if you haven't played on Discord. But ideally, what I do is you can use your phone with an Apple like AirPod in your ear. That'll work. But what I do and what most people do is you have a webcam behind you just showing you swinging, because like for example, if I'm streaming it, I would just have your video like mine is. You should be seeing it, mine on like the bottom left. So basically instead of that would be your video bottom left. I'm already showing the gameplay, and then the best way to do it in my opinion is have a wireless earbud that's connected to your computer, so you're hearing other people talk without an echo on speakers. You're hearing other people talk through your ear, and then you have a wireless mic ideally. So I'm using the Hollyland mics. If you want, I can send you some links to stuff on the Discord, but best way to do it is just webcam behind you showing just you swinging, earbud in your ear to be able to hear other people, and then audio. So basically audio output for people to hear in your ear, and then audio input would be your wireless mic. So if I'm facing this way, you can still hear me. Some people, they only go through the camera, so you have to be like right next to it to be able to hear them. But that's the ideal way to do it. Do you have a real handicap and a sim handicap? Honestly, I don't know what my sim handicap is. I always say, I think I'm around a 5 outside. I think Garmin has me at like a 7.1 maybe. But two of my best rounds last year, I was playing with my uncle, and I used my Garmin watch for my handicap, and it thought like par 4s were par 5s. So it said I shot like 6 under when I shot like even or 1 under. So I had to exclude those two. I don't play much anyways outside, but if I were playing someone for money, I'd probably say about a 5. I feel kind of cheesy saying I'm a 7, 8, 9, 10, but somewhere in there. And then generally speaking, your handicap's about 10 shots better. So the gap narrows as you get closer down to like scratch in real life. Probably 5 or 10 if you're scratch outside. If you're like a 10, 15, 20 handicap, you probably shoot 10, 15, 20 shots better in the sim. So call it a 5 outside, call it a -5 in the sim, probably around there, plus or minus a couple strokes. I love the community the most. The foundation of sim golf can be anything. So does GSPro matter that much, really? Yes and no. You're not wrong to take a low at the community, but if you have community split in half, then yeah, it does kind of matter. And I know you're all in on pure play, but a lot of people aren't going to be able to afford to have both. And I still think it's going to be a little while before mass adoption. So if you have half the people, that splits everyone in half. If we're doing TNT, you can maybe try it, but that means you have possibly 8 people on one side, and then, or like 4 people on one side and 17 people on the other. It makes it a lot tougher if people start getting split in half. Liberating to leave league circuits and tours. I haven't done tours in a while. I think the first thing that will go will be SGT. GSPro for 250 is still a pretty good deal, especially if you can play people online, which you can. I think the first thing on the chopping block will be SGT. Hence, in my opinion, why they're rolling out all these new crews and tours and circuits and quests and whatever else. Wellness check. I'm getting kind of delirious at this point. We're getting close, Maiko. Scary to hit out of it. Edge of it's a solid rock. Cleared it with my second shot, parred the hole. B squared already signed up for Thunder. Pole throws a lot of people off. The pole is tough. But I agree with you, take it low. Ultimately, it comes down to the community and playing with the people that you like and that are fun to play with and all that stuff. But like I was saying, I think it's a little more nuanced. So all those people that are fun to play with have to be playing together on the same thing for that to still be a thing. Which, whether people like it or not, for the foreseeable future is still GS Pro, considering Pure Play's not even out. The poll is not enough. This one has a chance if it skips. Too far left. I don't know. Good time to be a customer, though. Good time to be a consumer with different options available. Same thing with launch monitors. I just think it's beneficial if people stay a little more open-minded. If people are super gung-ho on one certain launch monitor, then when something like the Square comes out, which opens the door for a ton of people, or even the Omni now, that's a great option for people either upgrading, downgrading, whatever the case may be. If people are so tribalized on one side or the other, then they wouldn't even be open-minded to try something else. But I don't think anyone thinks it's a bad thing that now more affordable, really good, high-quality, accurate launch monitors are coming on the market. Just gives people more availability. The software part of it will be a little bit tougher because obviously most softwares you can use whatever launch monitor you want, and then that kind of funnels down into the software, but the point still remains. Love GS Pro. Prepay won't be out until winter with all the features, mark my words. Just like any other software, it'll be either delayed or miss the futures for a while. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't like speaking definitively one way or the other about anything. I'm excited to see what it is, and then, like I've been saying, if it weren't for Pure Play, then I wouldn't be skipping the ball off the water right now, so it's not all bad, but I don't think it's going to be day one, as soon as it's officially launched, that you have everyone deciding on one or the other. I think it'll be at least a couple year period where one will eventually win out or not, and you'll have people split and trying out, possibly bouncing back and forth between renewal dates. So maybe they have already been using GS Pro for a couple years. Maybe they use Pure Play for a year and see what happens. But I still think, I've been saying it the whole time, I still think it'll be a big deciding factor is the amount of courses. I know Pure Play courses look amazing and the graphics and all that stuff, but I've been talking to a couple people about it. For the average Joe, if you're getting into sim golf or you don't have a software, you're going to look up and see if your local courses in the area are on there. At least if you're like me, that would be like the first thing you look, then world famous courses. So it's tough. They're going to try to churn them out as fast as they can, but it's tough competing day one with a software that already has 2,500 courses, whether it's 50, 100, 200, even 500. I think you got to get probably to at least half of the 2,500 just in terms of being able to play stuff that are in your area kind of stuff. I know Take It Low thinks, and it's his opinion, that 50 high quality courses are more than enough. You can just keep playing those 50, which I don't necessarily disagree with, but I personally have more enjoyment playing local courses that pop up, or something like C-Drum did for Exeter in like 4 hours. He built that. I get more enjoyment playing that than I do Georgia Golf Club personally. And it's not to say that that won't happen with Pure Play. It just won't be day one, probably won't be within 6 months, probably won't even be within the first year. Maybe even longer. But I don't owe GS Pro anything. GS Pro doesn't owe me anything, so Jago's been working on a deal. I'm a free agent. This one may have a chance. Buckle up for these conversations, though. It's gonna be like this for the next year and a half. So, and Pure Play's not even out yet. I guess that's a long-winded way. This one, oh man, long-winded way of saying everyone's going to make their own decision. There's going to be people that cancel GSPro and go over on day one. There's going to be people that buy both and have both on day one. There's going to be people that wait a year to go over, and there's going to be people that never go over. So there's no right or wrong answer. It's just whatever you prefer. Hats off to anyone that tries this and actually gets close. This is a lot tougher than it looks. The other thing for me is there's no perfect sim software out there. Why is everyone assuming Pure Play will be? I mean, they're not going to be. I would agree with that. You can make an argument it's going to be better, and from all the reports and from what everyone's expecting, gameplay, graphics, all that. Even if it's better, they're Pure Play is like the main one right now, but they're not going to be the last. Give it another 5 years, there'll be 10 softwares on the market. So.
At friendboy911 tip $10 through Super Chat. I just want to say a number of sim racing teams have contacted me about a driver position, but I have respectfully declined to stay golfing with the fine fellows here within the HRG community. No regrets.
I appreciate you, friend boy. That's funny. Maybe that's what we were talking about it before. Maybe sim farming, sim racing. I appreciate you, friend boy. That's very kind of you. $10 super chat. That's funny. You never know. Maybe we all turn into sim racers. Sosa seems like he has some fun doing it. Maybe get a steering wheel out here. Can you drive? Can you skip your race car off the water? That may be the deciding factor. I appreciate you, friend boy. Thank you. It's tough though. I mean, I have a lot of thoughts on it. Like, even for someone like me, I run in 4K Ultra so you guys can see a better viewing experience for the stream. But at the same time, like, even if these graphics were, I mean, I think this looks pretty dang good, but even if these were substantially better graphics, I'm still running a $100 projector on a beat up crappy screen. So like, yeah, if it's better and you have a 4K projector and a premium screen to actually utilize it and have it look better, that's one thing. But for other people that are hitting into nets that are using TV, will it be that massive if it's Pure Play or anything else? That massive of a difference, I don't know. But no one's gonna know until stuff actually comes out. And then the consensus will be made. All right, a couple more, then we're gonna wrap it up. We're not gaining on it. This is a near impossible shot, anyways. And I think we have thoroughly, I said it like an hour ago, we've thoroughly showcased the new skipping ability. Sim pickleball would be fire. I actually did. If you go way back, some of my very first live streams were in the wintertime when I was still set up outside with the Garmin. I was doing VR, and I was playing, I really liked the VR ping pong, but they had pickleball too. Pickleball was kind of fun. The VR golf, I'm not a massive fan of. The VR ping pong is like 70 to 80% feels like real life to me. And I'm halfway decent at ping pong. As with tennis. Oh, I didn't. Did I scroll up? Is that I was looking? I'm still looking at crushing its old chat. Yeah, I did. I scrolled. I wasn't seeing the new ones. Sorry, Crush. I thought the first one I saw was Friend Boys Pickleball. I'm about to pick up Sim Pickleball if my golfing doesn't get better. That's funny. It wasn't. I scrolled up and it wasn't updating. If someone figures out the optimal way to hit this shot, please let me know. Pickleball fights on YouTube are wildly entertaining. I have not seen any of those. May need to go look those up. Oh, first bounce error? No? That was wild. All right, I'm going to call it quits. That was more than enough swings. I'm going to be sore tomorrow. Any other final comments, questions, concerns? Put them in now. You got about 60 seconds. As I keep trying to hit the stupid pin again. Appreciate all the jewels, though. Friend boy, I appreciate the super chat. I think you sent the $5 one before, too. Five corns for the effort. Thanks for the corn. Crushing it. Crush Daddy's all out of jewels. You got to commandeer some from Friend boy. Unfortunately, I can't see it. I have to scroll all the way up through all of them. A lot of people sent jewels early on, but it doesn't show. Like, I can switch this chat over here, the actual YouTube chat, from live chat to fan funding, and I can see the super chats, but that doesn't include, for whatever reason, doesn't include the jewels. Friend boy sent $5 before, saying, brave you to commit to swinging until you get a hole in one. Romeo accomplished this feat less than 20 minutes ago. You got this. And then sent another $10. Appreciate you, friend boy. Just want to say, a number of sim racing teams have contacted me about driver position, but I've respectfully declined to stay golfing with the fine fellows here in the HRG community. No regrets. Friend boy, what's your date of birth and social security number? Just curious. You use a net, put something in front of it. I blasted one through the net into the bathroom door. Had to buy a door. Did you have it on video, Kurt? Getting ready for the Big Mike Go JTB throwdown. What time are they going? Are they streaming soon? I'm looking forward to a nice cold shower and then chilling out and probably falling asleep like I did last night. Maybe in Discord again. $5:45. All right. One last shot, and then we're calling it quits. Appreciate the jewels. I think Hoosier was sending them. Couple of people sent all 1,000, which I appreciate. I'll be there to watch the domestic disputes. Those two guys get along like cats and dogs. I'll tell you what, for two people that like being partnered together, they could use a little more team chemistry. But what do I know? One more on the green, and then we're done. Close enough. No video. Rapsodo vid. That'd be funny. Like, what do you have that down? You have the down the line look from Rapsodo going right through into the door. That's team chemistry. What's up, 4-putt? Everyone, go try this out. It's fun. It's tough, but it's fun. The fact that you can do it now is cool. Give it a try. If you figure out a optimal club, VLA, carry, position, green firmness, pin position, wind, let me know. But I'm out of here. Appreciate you again, friend boy. Appreciate everyone that sent the jewels. I'll be back. If I can walk tomorrow and swing, probably do some twisted stuff. And I'll be tuning in to the boys' nonsense that will be going on later tonight. Oh, my camera went out again. What a cluster of a stream. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Catch you on the next one.